Hello everyone, and just in case you missed it, I'm here with a recap of round 3, and we start with Thursday night football. Richmond and Hawthorn at the MCG. The Tigers have dominated the Hawks in their past 4 encounters, but they head into the clash without dual Norm Smith medalist Dusty Martin. Can Alistair Clarkson's men turn the tables?
The ability then of Stratton to just wait for it to come to him, not get sucked up into the play. Smith was on his bike, provided some run. Here's a chance. Bruce rarely misses. Hawks have started fast.
Sits a high left foot ball, back inside forward 50. This time it's Flostone with a big fist. It comes back to him, O'Brien, Mitchell, and now O'Meara, end on end, and it's another one. Sicily, they'll pump it in again. High ball. O'Brien from the side, Bruce at the back. Was O'Brien held? No. Stack then taken in a really good Segler tackle and gone. He jams it through. 5 goals to zip at quarter time at the MCG. Soldo, Revolt on the left. This is better. Who's back there wearing a Richmond jumper? Smith. Pretty happy to see it through. No. It got to the back and Lynch. The stiff arm. Bolton kicks the goal.
16 goals in the opening round for the Tigers. 3 of the last 5 quarters before this, goalless. A goal in the opening minute. Bruce has a runner in Smith. Smith runs to about 50. It's a beautiful kick of the football. And that is an absolute gem. The quickest of responses.
Had a fumble. Had another fumble, but found a teammate that was good. Prestia to half forward, not going to work. And that's going to be 50.
50 out. You've got the 50. James, he knows it. We've got 50.
Jack Revolt gives it away, and Sicily made to earn it.
A great mark here.
Caddy to set it up. Soldo, the big presence. The fist straight into the hands of Edwards. Scully tumbles it inside 50. Segler a little controlling hand. Floston missed with the handball. Stack gets wrapped up. Great tackle. Wingard. Wingard to get it to over 40 points. That's game high. What's this next kick look like? They get it into the hands of Short. High one for Lynch. And that's a good mark, and he finishes it off. Much needed goal, Tigers. To Shea Bolton. On the wing, but he can't advance the footy. He goes to Graham. He's just got a pound a long high one for Lynch, who's got it out the back. This gives him a look. He makes the goal umpire work. In fact, he's missed it. That's astounding. Caddy picks it up. Thumps a handball inside 50. Rioli's been very quiet. Goes to the top of the square. There's Castagna. Not this time. 3 in a row, Tigers.
Out the back a chance. Bruce went to ground. Gunston. High footy OQ just works himself through Tigers fans. Wingard tries to get out of trouble, ran into trouble, dropped the footy. Oh, he might get a bit lucky here.
I thought he almost was resigned to the fact that he got holding the ball.
Clever player, thinks it through. Umpire doesn't move. He's got 3. Hawks are home.
What a massive turnaround for the Hawks from the previous round. Hawthorn recording its first win over the Premiers since round 18, 2016. The loss leaving Tigers coach Damien Hardwick frustrated after a very un-Richmond-like performance. Friday night football was next on the agenda, and there is absolutely no love lost between the Giants and the Bulldogs following a number of fiery and fierce contests in recent years. The heat was on the bottom place Dogs in the lead up to the clash after 2 disappointing performances, while GWS were also coming off a shock loss to the Roos.
Gee, this is interesting. Have a look at this, BT. So that's Haynes. Is that Haynes going for the coin toss?
It is. It is. The man that had his larynx broken by the man that's tossing the coin, Bruce. So the Dogs, here they go, Bruce. They're targeting bottom belly again. Now, this has been the case for the last couple of years. They've gone to bottom belly.
Forward Keith. Richards. This round 1 free kick to Dunkley.
Careful, careful. Don't give it away.
Spare a thought for Toby Green, watching this go on here at the moment from home.
On again, BT.
Yep, it's on everywhere. There are spot fires breaking out everywhere at the moment.
That's 50.
Directly in front, little tiny bit of angle about it, in a comfortable range, no problems at all. So the Dogs get the first.
He's hit the scoreboard in the first couple of matches, only as far as Davis. Bruce got hold of him. Bruce, of course, started at GWS a couple of seasons there. And then Richards on the burst to Smith. And Smith within range, runs in and gets to goal.
Now the high ball to Norton. Got both hands on it, couldn't win it down. The front centre's tough in there to win the ball.
Just have a look here, Norton and Whitfield. Beveridge will love that. Norton, volley-lined the ball. Look, both hands over it, just...
Stay behind, no, that's fine.
So is that head contact?
Whitfield.
That's the question you've got to ask.
He's going for the footy.
News just in, Whitfield is out for the game, concussed.
They'll bring it back this side, BT.
Okay, so the spares here. Zach Williams' ball in the air a long time. Oh boy, the slip there by Taylor, the drop of the mark. Bailey Williams awaits for the troops to arrive. Got it to Bailey Dale. A lot of Baileys and now Wallace. And the coach not happy. Didn't lessen the angle by much, and he kicks the goal. So good effort by the Dogs. They kicked the only 2 goals of this second quarter. Now a long run, open goal square. Mitch Wallace trying to protect the space there. Did well, rounded up, got the handball out. He heard Lloyd. He didn't know Shaw was with him. And in the end, Shaw coughs it up to Richards. Himmelberg able to win it out wide now to Perryman. Perryman's got an opportunity to go inside and find Cameron, and Cameron, I'm sure, will settle for the centre, or he should here. 50 metres out, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it, Cameron.
Reminds me of my chip shots around the green. They always fall short.
So 50% kicking efficiency for something tonight. He can be a dead-eye Dick. We know Bontempelli got it for Liberatore. Oh, that is a beautiful kick. So 21 goals in 10 matches last year for Dale. That's better. Struck it well, gets it home.
Well, they want to be on the move.
There's English, not happening. Oh,
that's high.
Free kick, straight up. Don't sneak.
So here we go again, Bruce. This time it looks a little more intense. Bontempelli's the target. He's on the bottom of all of that. Smith's in there. McRae, Williams, Richards, Jeremy Cameron's there as well. Some of them haven't had enough yet. They still want some more. Mitch Wallace is there. Lloyd's been split open. Bulldogs by 21. Kick on the way. Libba's got it. Here they come. Look at the Dogs. They all get around as the GWS players start to surround the circle. Shaw's got in. Zach Williams is there.
Come off the bench.
Through came Lloyd. Got a little kick out wide. Now Cameron settles, straightens them up a little. Goes more direct. Finlayson in good position. Should mark. He'll keep his feet. Run into a goal. Left foot around the corner. They've got that first one, Bruce.
Well, this is where it all started. Bailey Dale. Have a look at this.
Oh. Here he goes, pops it to the top of the square again. What can they get this time? English was there, couldn't win it out the back. Bontempelli, soccer off the ground, got it.
Plenty of mind games and spot fires in that clash. The Bulldogs, though, getting the better of the Giants there to notch up their very first win of the season. A relief for Luke Beveridge and his men. Well, North Melbourne went into Saturday's game against Sydney at Marvel Stadium full of confidence. It was the young buck in Roos coach Reece Shaw up against his former mentor in John Longmire for the first time. A battle of the coaches who would come out on top.
Simpkin looks for a target, really get a full piece of the ball. Mills has got to get in the possession quickly. It's snapped out of the pack and immediately the goal's on the board for the Roos. Game 198. Tries to just hook it round the corner with touch. Gee, that's a good marking effort by the man that came into the side. Looks good, holds it flying. McLean with his first in the big time. Oh, he's off. Now he straightens up and
what is that?
Kicks it out on the full. Caught in about 6 minds there. Goldstein. Pittard to Atley. Now it's broken down. The Swans get an opportunity and they get their third goal.
He realised that he had a man on the mark, but he used the guy running from his right-hand side as a bit of deception.
Dawson unloads from 52. Squaring ball is good. Parker thought he'd taken the mark, so did Luke. Scrubs it forward now to Hayward, and then off the boot of Blakey. Now Florin. They're building again, the Swans, through half forward. Wobbles it forward. Defender's nightmare. Tarrant does his best. Body's going everywhere. Now Rowbottom, skillful play, hooks it round the corner. It is another one from the Swans. They're skipping away now. Wobbles it. Need forward from Anderson. Oh, fend-off from Pollock was nice. Can he hit a target with the in-ball? Nice! Can Hall give the Kangaroos some hope? Gee, it's a good-looking kick. He unloads from 50. A couple of missed opportunities, and all of a sudden there was 3 minutes left. That's a good grab from McCartan. Gets the big, strong hands out in front.
Trouble here.
Hang on.
He must have banged his head.
Hit his head on the ground.
Let it go, guys.
We're having a look at McCartan here, off the mark. He just hits his head on the ground there. Yeah.
Exploratory ball towards Blakey. Skillful player. Had his head ripped off. He'll get the set shot. Just a bit of niggle coming into this game now.
We're into Tarrant again. He was the one who gave away this free kick also.
It's hard for Hayward to try and do anything with his head over his jumper. He's going at Simpkin though. Big punch away from Sinclair. Thomas. Now there's a chance for the Kangaroos from 48 metres out, tight angle. Still in it, the Kangaroos. Florent wants something up ahead. Oh, gee whiz, that's a fly on the outer side. Heaney. Nice hand pass from Hall. Out in front of Taylor. Gets it to Anderson. Rides a couple of bumps on a tackle. Simpkin bends it round the body. He's cleared Aaliyah. Another goal for the Kangaroos. They've kicked the last 4. They are running out of time, though. Possibly with the last kick of the match. There's the siren. Well done to the Swans. They get the job done over the Kangaroos by 11 points.
A first-half blitz from the Swans ending the Brews' unbeaten run. John Longmire getting the edge over his mentee this time. Sydney has now won 6 of their past 7 games against North Melbourne. Collingwood and St Kilda were up next. The Magpies had won 9 of their last 11 clashes against the Saints, but it is a new-look Saints side in 2020 under Brett Ratton, with a bevy of talented recruits bringing a new spark to Moorabbin.
A great hallmark of what they produced last week. So, opportunity for the Saints to steal the march here. Butler, can he keep on from last week? There's your answer. First goal of the Saints. Grundy with the tap. The numbers multiply side bottom with the instant give, and look what it's created. Tyler Brown got involved. Pendlebury did a beautiful kick again to the leading forward. 38 goals from 26 games in his first year. And of course, last year, 24 goals in 14 games as he missed a big chunk of the season, but he puts that through. Hatton takes it from Hill and out to Gresham. He's cornered. Had to find a way out. Ross's kick smothered. Sits there for Caulfield. Main. This is relentless pressure from Collingwood, and it tells in the end. And he's able to flash straight onto it, and there's another goal on the board. And by hand to Noble, who's also been busy thus far. That's a clean kick to the wing, so things are really getting in motion now. To go, he takes it wide for Hoskin Elliott. Again, they've got options inside. This time he hugs the boundary. This is a man they love to get into the game. And Jamie Elliott is paid the mark. 1 goal, 1 in week 1. No score last week, just the 5 disposals. He'd love to curl one back, and look at that. And brilliantly taken again by Hoskin Elliott. And here go the Pies on the march through the middle of the MCG. Steele, living up to his name. Brilliantly done on Taylor Adams. And it could only be one result.
Moved into the space now to even up.
Hasn't really been sighted yet, the young man who's been so impressive. Well, he was trying to get into the frame there, but that's just trademark Collingwood, isn't it, and Jeremy Howe?
He's developing as a young ruckman.
Last minute then of the opening term, which has largely been dominated by this team here, Collingwood. And they're on the move again to go to Hoskin Elliott. Stevenson came late. Here's side bottom in an instant. Collingwood answer. Goes back for seconds. Mycheck disposed of. So there's good intent from the Saints here. Ross feeds it back to Long. It's a haphazard kick. So they could take another intercept mark here, Collingwood. Unless Max King. And he had a say in quite a lot of the Saints' goals last week. And he's done that beautifully. His kick got wiped out, as you saw, by Billings. Pendlebury delayed the give again. Brown gets into dangerous space. He won't like that kick. Hanbury at full stretch, couldn't stop it completely though. Tyler Brown, he's got a step and he's got a kick that is on target. Yes! His first goal in AFL footy. Brody Grundy already up to 11 possessions. As they're in a rush again to centre half forward, side bottom, inside 50, straight ahead Adams, he knows he's got it. From the moment it left the boot, he was into celebration mode. And he is full of indecision.
It's been good, Chris.
No, that was too much air. It hung there for a while. Billings onto it, and now Marsh. He's done his job to some degree, but his mates have jumped up instead as Marsh strikes that solidly. And again, it's a positive start for the Saints.
The forward six with Stevenson up there, if they're going to... Here's another chance for them.
Elliott off to Adams. He's becoming a goal kicker for the Pies. He's put it through.
Good to see Jaden Stevenson back in the side and firing with 2 goals. Collingwood certainly hitting their straps, a crushing 44-point win over the Saints. So Hub Life continues over in Queensland. It's been a very tough week for the Eagles after their shock loss to the Suns, and they head into their clash against Brisbane without star Jeremy McGovern, who was suspended. Now the Lions also have their own personnel issues. Ruckman Steph Martin ruled out with knee soreness, while skipper Dane Zorko was a late withdrawal. The Lions not having won a game without Zorko since round 4 2012. That was 3 weeks before his debut.
JB, you called it right. It is a real feeling-out process so far. There's been a lot of risk taken. Eric Hipwood came through, collected Shannon Hearn. Now the ball ricochets back. Zach Bailey, good tackle. Really got hold of Duggan, and they don't like it.
Paying a dangerous tackle. It's a dangerous tackle. West goes free. West goes free.
Pretty well executed.
Go through deep. West goes. It's a West Coast free kick. Take your kick.
And now it's the Eagles the other way.
Cripps. Long ball, and Darling's got out the back, beautifully delivered by Cripps. And he has first of the night to the West Coast Eagles. Lurking is Neil, high hacked ball, and a mark will be taken by Starcevic. Big kick to finish the first term from downtown. He's flushed it straight through the middle, and they get around him. He decides to go across the ground, and this is dangerous. Darling breaks it up. Kelly, sublime skill, goes for a centering ball, and that is brilliant. Directly in front, makes no mistake.
And now here come the Lions. Out the back, Berry's got a good look at this. He can pick it up, slippery ball, and twisted, got away, got through the tackle. Gerald Berry, can he bend it through? He has. I thought it was something they could have hung on to.
Long ball forward, and McCarthy does what he can so often do.
Now come the Lions again. Rayner in front. He's been pretty quiet so far. Shepherd. Oh, here's Charlie Cameron. He's going to get one here. Pick it up and get through. Well played, Redden. Although he might have an issue. He has. And look at Charlie.
Straight to the line, Lee.
He's come from nowhere to say, give me the free. He's just having a little glance over his shoulder. Charlie Cameron, super skilled. Why wouldn't you want the ball with Charlie Cameron?
Short ball. He needs this, and his team need it. Is it going to work its way back? Yes, it is. McCluggage. Beautiful ball for Hipwood. He runs onto that left and then pumps it to the top of the square. 2v1. McStay. For the 5th goal in this 3rd term, the Brisbane Lions. There it is.
You're starting everything from your defensive 50, and it's never going to happen on a wet night.
Big Oscar to get it to 23 points. Oh no!
Maybe should have gave the hands.
Oh no! Can it get to the back? Archie. He's got Ryan with him, just rode the bump brilliantly, and then bends it around, bouncing, Ryan, goal!
Guys, Liam Ryan's had the calf strapped up. He's going through some run-throughs now. I think he wants to come back on.
Hearn took a really good mark, and then he got run down by Cam Rayner.
Young player, Just dumped it long. He might turn out okay. Jared Berry's got a good look at goal. And he's kicked another one, Berry. Chris Fagan loves it. Knew they were going to face a big challenge. Dane Zorko laid out. That was a really big omission, and the side stood up big time. McCluggage, Lachie Neale, they want more. Can Lachie Neale deliver it? Another goal to Brisbane.
No Zorko, no worries, and back-to-back wins for the Lions and 2 losses in a row now for the Eagles in the hub. The other Saturday night game was over at the Cattery. Another home game for Geelong, this time playing host to Carlton. While the Cats are flying, the Blues have had their woes, especially when it comes to first quarters. Will they shake off the slow starts, or will the Cats get the early jump?
The Magnet got a touch early, as he so often does. Selwood and Cripps, the 2 Bulls collided. Pittonet to Murphy. Spears it, lace out to Eddie.
He didn't try and break his rib cage. He just waited and let him run onto it.
One of the star goal kickers of the competition through his entire career. Pittonet with him. Was good last week. Down to Jack Stephen. Handball not so good. Turned it over. Cunningham. Gibbons. Murphy. Kickable. Needs to strike it well. Struck it beautifully. No free. Narkle. Selwood. Narkle. Back to Dangerfield. Drop step was good. Handball was terrible. And McGovern might make him pay. He does. 4 goals to 0.
The post.
Wait on the line with a man ready for that punch down. And Selwood's jumped off the ball. Free kick Geelong. Just what the Blues did not need.
It's a gift.
That's a monster giveaway. High leap from Stewart, but he let it get over the back. Nunes attack. Silvani bends it back. Myers, goal square. Williamson, he might get one back. Gave it to Betts. Got it. He gave one up at the one end.
That's Luke Dalehouse, who got crunched in the first term. Unfortunately, the wrong teammate to run into. Bigger Sapa, Radaglia coming the other way, just steamrolled him.
And on the stat sheet, he's got a blue line through him at the moment, which means he might not be back on due to concussion reasons. Straight down the spine. Plowman, Radaglia, Hawkins at the back, stayed down, gave it to Guthrie. Needs a good roll here, a tumble, a roll, a trickle, a goal. Mackay stays down, lets McGovern go for it. McGovern looks up. Pop the pass, Casbolt, lace out with a bow on that.
Hold there, Mark.
Been kicking well, and the Blues have all the answers so far.
He read that really well, Blitzarves. He took off before he got there, but here's an opportunity.
And they are out. Eddie Betts is off and running. Silvani sees him. Eddie's got to be good here with the kick to Murphy. How good is that? That is as good as it gets. It's in his direction, and he's got it.
I mean, they're just spreading the play on.
To Eddie, thought about it, thinks about it, the dodge step, the drop step, the kick, Cripps! Wow! They've kicked the last 3 goals of this game, the Blues. Opens up the angle, make that 4 in a row. He's launched it, and it's long, and it's... Well, Radaglia might have punched that back into the field of play.
This is extraordinary.
Levi, Reece.
Oh, my goodness.
Jack Stephen needs to get a moment going here. Casbolt off the carpet, rolls it out towards O'Connor, and Buse on the run against the flow, slams it on the boot, and kicks a ripper. Narkle under it. Doherty goes to ground. Narkle keeps his feet, tries to fend off to Myers. Known goal kicker, keeps it low. Big time goal, maybe the biggest of his career. Narkle on the run, caught, got a handball just in time. Plowman, one way, gone. Rowan dumped him. Ball. Oh, the play on advantage doesn't work. The miracle maker. What can he do here? Over the head of Narkle. Stewart on the run. Spin it before it earned it. Narkle back. Myers pulls the kick. Atkins a little fumble. Still chance. He mops up his mess and puts out the fire he started. Blues have no one ahead of the ball. Pittonet knocks it down. Martin, he handballs it straight towards Geelong players like Eddie. Came quickly. Kick off the deck, but straight towards Harry Taylor. 39 seconds left. It spills to Henry. Can't waste time now.
That's
that might be the game.
That tackle, I think, will win the game.
Heads out wide with it. A mark and it's over. Off hands. Henry slaps it down. Martin's got it. Gave it just in time to News to the pocket. Eddie Betts. Eddie Betts. Can you believe it? Eddie's back. All hail Eddie.
No first-term Blues there. Carlton holding on to upset the Cats. Geelong hasn't won consecutive games now since round 12 last season. Plenty to ponder during the week for coach Chris Scott. Over to Metricon Stadium now, and after a stunning victory over the Eagles, Gold Coast is full of confidence. Add to that the return of their skipper David Swallow, and the Suns have the opportunity to show the competition last week was no fluke. Their next opponent though, Adelaide, a side they have never beaten before in their short history, and a club that's been feeling the heat after a nightmare showdown.
Thumps it up for the Leapers to go up. Free kick. McPherson free, so a free kick, more pressure than they've been under in this 30-year history. McPherson adds a little more heat to the pressure cooker. Hits the deck. Butterick a chance. Second effort was superb. Late chance to score here. Goes inside 50. Duday. Matt Crouch. Just got a handball. Stolen back. King. Oh, hail the King! Heads long, top of the square. Offhand, Sexton waiting for it. Snapped it around the body. It's his forte. You can't give Sexton those chances. Charlie was right with him. Powell hands it to the runner. Miller with the speed and the poise again. Coleman gives it back. Can he hit another target? You bet he can. Starting to get some possession. Gold Coast run it down the other end, and Big Ben chimes in.
That's where the skill factor comes into play.
Sloan trying to work his way to the ball, but Greenwood beat them all. Handed off to Rowell again. He's unstoppable, and he drives it long. As good as it gets.
Come on.
From this 18-year-old wonderkind.
Leave him in for the rest of the year.
Bends it around towards half forward. Big collision. Oh, he's gone down, Kelly. He was concussed last week, and he's hit the deck hard this week. Ball back in dispute. Laird tried to get it out. Got it to Seedsman. Feeds it back towards Kelly. Bounced up like a rubber ball. Brilliant stuff from Kelly. Great stuff from Smith. And that's what they need, the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, take a leaf out of that kid's book. Yeah. I mean, that's just genuine toughness.
Someone's got to put physical pressure on the midfield of the Suns.
Yeah, they got their own way, and here they go again.
Ellis, Butterick, Hanley, out in front of King. How's the reach? In he struts. They've got stars of the future left, right and centre. Swallow in his return game has been fantastic. Heads to the pocket, a little too wide for King. Kept it alive though. McPherson can make a miracle happen. Can make a miracle happen.
Go away.
King leads in his direction. Didn't get the lift. Ball to the back though. Greenwood. Still a chance to spend it. Weaved his way around traffic. Rowell again. How good is this kid? Born off through Ainsworth's legs. Goes back and picks it up. Feeds a handball out. Runners left, right and centre. Butterick. He deserves one.
Good boy.
He gets one. One goal to this point in the game. Haven't kicked one since that 4th minute of the second quarter. Keys to give them a chance to get another. And he drives it long, and he has delivered on cue. Day, high, won't be long enough. Goal square. Chaos ball might work for Sexton or Swallow or Weller. Got a kick around the body. Count it.
The Suns are absolutely flying at the moment, holding a team scoreless in the opening quarter for the first time ever. And how about #1 draft pick Matt Rowell? What a brilliant performance again. The Crows, though, they'll be feeling the heat again this week after recording their second lowest score in history. So we were supposed to be heading over to the Essendon and Melbourne clash now at Marvel Stadium on Sunday, but the game was sensationally postponed after Bombers defender Connor McKenna tested positive to COVID-19. AFL boss Gillon McLachlan making the announcement on Saturday. The D's instead forced to play a scratch match amongst themselves. To the final game now of the round, and it's back to the hub we go, where the Power have now landed. They face the Dockers at Metricon Stadium. Jesse Hogan playing his first game since 2019 for Fremantle.
Collier first onto it. Power Pepper was in pursuit. Collier agile and delivered well. It's play on. And that was clever play. Brayshaw had the opportunity. It's passed now. Collier follows up. Snaps it. Goal. And snaps beautifully. Buck to Hartlett suddenly there at half forward. One-on-one Gray and Young. Oh, he paid himself the mark. The umpire didn't. Boak now gets the high kick. Back with the flight load, but Dixon. Beautiful sound off the boot and a beautiful shot right through the middle. Brayshaw, then Lysette, just slipped the tackle well. Hartlett playing in front, beneficial on this occasion for Westhoff. So Westhoff, challenging kick from 50 metres out, but he's done that comfortably.
I reckon Walter's had all of his in the first 6 minutes.
Yep. Cox feeding off to Aish again. He's had a good start to this game, and that is a piercing kick. And Taberner did not have to move. And around she goes again. He's kicked one from there. He's kicked two from there. Lysette, Dersma waiting on the outside, but Fife was able to win it on the inside. Conker looked up and he saw the beard of Westhoff in his face, and it's holding the ball. Yeah, you can see what the umpire was thinking about there. Lysette, again the set-up kick. Dixon looked likely. It's a different-looking Port lineup at the start of the second quarter. And they've got 2 goals to show for it now.
Lynchy, give us a measurement on the heaviness of this rain.
Well, fair to say there's several mils coming down, or in the old language, a few inches. It is bucketing down at the moment.
No time for finessing, as my old coach Tom Hafey used to say. Just go on a straight line and get some territory.
Oh, so as good as the start was from Fremantle, it's 3-3 to nothing in this second term, and it's about to be 4-3. So Marshall continues to develop, continues to impress. Wines, good trap for a big guy. Off to Dersma, had a look behind, backed himself, kicked it low, not sure it was meant for Rosie, but...
Well, this is no good.
Not good at all. Dersma.
Now, it can be anything. It could be a torn muscle belly, it could be a torn tendon, but with a little bit of luck, he's just got a significant tear in that hamstring belly, and he's looking at maybe 6 weeks.
Folks on the move, abrupt change of direction, created the opportunity, and the snap is true. He did really well then. Just didn't quite connect in the end with Walters, but he didn't rush his kick. It was a big opportunity, and now Fife.
And what a superstar he has become.
And it's great to see him kicking goals like that.
That'll be 3 now.
Oh, Fife! Yes, he's got it this time. Had the run up, free flow, and jump at the ball. And Nat Fife takes the mark.
You're a bit of Geelong support.
I'll say it for you. And we've seen one of the best players in the comp.
And we've seen Ollie Wines step up to finish the job just about for Port.
Well, how about that? The Power undefeated, sitting clear on top of the ladder. Ken Hinkley very happy indeed. The only sour note was a hamstring injury to young gun Xavier Dersma. As for Freo, well, they joined the Crows down the bottom of the table, the only 2 sides yet to notch up a victory in 2020. And that was all the action for round 3. Plenty of twists and turns as we navigate our way through a season filled with many unknowns. One thing I do know, though, is that we'll be back with another round recap next week. Until then, goodbye.